Good morning, everyone. It's me, Natalie. Welcome to my channel, Find Joy in the Journey. Today will be my first day actually in the garden doing actual garden work. I'm not talking about garden cleanup, but I mean actually planting out. It is my hope today that I actually get a lot of things that's in my greenhouse that is ready actually planted out into the raised garden beds. So that's going to involve me clearing out those garden beds and revitalizing the soil, amending the soil, and planting out things that are mature and ready to be planted out. So I told you before that I wasn't able to create seedlings like drop seeds because I was sick for a while, so I didn't get a chance to do that. So I am starting with nursery transplants or starts, which, hey, look, that's all good and fine with me because guess what? It's not the way you start, it's how you finish, okay? Because I still have to maintain it, I still have to take care of it and do the right things in order to, for that plant to flourish and grow. So it still takes work. So it doesn't matter if you start with your own seedlings that you created or something that you've purchased from a nursery or a garden center. That's in my opinion. So I did a lot of, for the past couple of days, I've been doing a lot of cleanup. I have been buying a lot of supplies because I got a ton of soil. And I normally don't like to buy soil. I like to use old soil, but the soil level in the garden beds have gone down quite a bit. And I felt like I needed some more fresh soil. You don't just use plain, or what I learned, let's put it that way. What I learned is you don't want to just completely use old soil. You want to have a combination of old soil and new soil. Okay? So that's what I'm doing. So I do have a couple of bags of potting mix, and I'm going to make my own potting mix. I've told you before what my little mixture is, which is a good potting soil, not garden soil, too heavy, and garden soil is used for in-ground. Either a potting soil or a raised bed mix or whatever. Mix it with peat moss, perlite, vermiculite, some kind of composted cow manure, and also a general purpose or all purpose slow release fertilizer, like a garden tone, plant tone, or whatever you desire, whatever you like. So, and that's the mixture. So that's like what I call my raised bed mix or my container mix. And so I'm going to mix some of that up, and then I will go to each one of these beds, clear them out, and then I'll just add that to the top, add that fresh soil to the top, and I'll start planting out. But I'm going to be very selective with what I plant out. I want to make sure that I have the right size containers for things that are not going into the garden beds, and I'm going to put them in these like whiskey barrel planters. That's my fave, the whiskey barrel planters, or just a regular planter. Certain things will go in that, but I honestly want to just utilize my garden beds. So there'll be certain things that go in the planter. Of course, my citrus trees are going to stay in their spots. The blueberries are going to stay in their planters. I am planting out more ferns for the front porch. So I had to get new front porch ferns. Look, and it's so fun. I got my hat on. It's a hat and bonnet day, you guys. I haven't done this in a minute. It's been a minute. Look, I got my raggedy shirt on with the butterfly. I am good and ready to go. So I'm not going to be doing a lot of talking. So I may say a few things here or there. And it's just because I don't have on like the mic, like the wireless mic. I'm using these little earbuds because the wireless mic is in there, but I didn't feel like digging for it. I don't know where I placed it for safekeeping, but so it's okay. You guys can just watch me work, okay? And so thank you guys for joining me today. Let's get started. There's going to be more garden cleanup, but I feel like I've gotten everything in the garden to a stage where I can start, actually planting out. And another thing I was waiting for is I wanted to wait until the nighttime temperatures were consistently at a certain, level. Like I think it's either in the 50s or in the 60s. So, and look, hey, I'm prepared for if, say, for instance, we do have like a cold snap or a cold front come in. I still have my bell cloches. I still have my frost blankets just in case we have like a little Easter snap or something and it gets real cold and I have to cover things. But as far as as far as I know, and my weatherman, my husband Tony, my weatherman says the real cold weather is over. Okay, you guys. So I'm gonna get started. I'm so excited. Come along with me. So I'm here at the first garden bed. I'm gonna start with this one, and it's just because it's good. It's as good a place as any to start, right? So what I normally do when I clear out my beds is I just scrape off that first layer of mulch because I prefer brown wood mulch, and I start off by removing the mulch, and normally I sift it and reuse it. But because time's a wasting and I want to just power through, I'm not gonna sit and sift. Not now. I'm just gonna save the mulch and sift it later. But I just want to go ahead and clear everything out and go ahead and add that top layer of new soil. So let me get started. Like I said, I won't be talking because I don't have my mic on for one thing. Let's get started, guys. All right, you guys, so basically I have finished removing the mulch, and then I took a rake and I just kind of cultivated the soil. It was compacted, so I just kind of raked through it, took out any really large roots that I wanted to get rid of, but it's quite all right, and you guys know that, we're all gardeners. It's quite all right to leave the roots in there because it's just going to break down into rich organic matter. So that's perfectly fine. There may even be little bits of wood mulch still in there, and that's okay because that's also organic matter. So now I'm trying to decide, this is what I normally do. I normally mix my container mix. Like I told you before, I have our own little recipe for container mix, raised bed mix. I normally mix it in a separate container and then I pour it on top, which, hey, wouldn't be hard to do. Or I can just drag the large bags over here and dump it on and then mix it in the raised bed. And honestly, to save time and to save those steps, I might just do that. Matter of fact, that's what I think I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and move to the next step and start just layering on potting soil, compost, perlite, vermiculite, all that good stuff. So let me get started. All right, everyone. I'm done with garden bed cleanup for today. I actually have 3 more garden beds to go, but I am so pleased with what I got done. I got this smaller square bed done. I kept the French thyme in the middle. Over here where that celery was, I cleared that out. Now I haven't amended that bed, but I've removed the mulch and kind of hand tilled it just a little bit. But I ran out of perlite and some other things. So I'm gonna head to the Lowe's, get me some perlite. And I think they have a sale on mulch right now. So I think I would like to get a couple of bags of mulch. They have like a 5 for $10 special. So I'm gonna get that and my perlite. But yeah, this raised bed is done. Just have to amend it, revitalize the soil. Over here, this little bed is redone. I kept the rosemary. See the rosemary right there? I kept a little sprig of rosemary. I wanted that. And then of course, this is the one I started with earlier this morning. And look, I started around 7 something. It is maybe like 9:45. So I did pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for now. It's time for breakfast. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Welcome to my new subscribers, you guys. Look, and if you like my content, please consider subscribing, like the videos, share the videos, comment. I love talking to you guys in the comments. So that's all for now. I'm going to sign off. There'll be more to come. Happy gardening, everyone. Bye now. All right, everyone. It is later on in the day. It's about 4 o'clock. So after I worked in the garden this morning, clearing out these 4 raised beds, these 2 square ones, and that one over there, and that one. Cleared them out, prepared them to plant out a few things. So I have peppers over here. Over here, that is zucchini squash. That's eggplant. The other eggplant's going to go right here. I didn't have time. Look, my nails. I broke a nail. I didn't have time to plant it out because, look, I'm tired. I've been working. So I actually had to stop, go to Lowe's, get more perlite, and I also picked up a couple of bags of mulch. They had the 5 for 10 sale. They do it every spring. So I got about 5 bags of mulch so I can fill in some spots. Plus, I do use mulch in my garden beds. That's the mulch that I prefer to use, brown mulch. Okay, so I feel very accomplished. I did a lot today. Not only that, with 3 of my citrus plants, I did fertilize them and added some compost, some organic matter, and gave them a good watering. So they have been fed. And I don't have to do it again for several months. So it's these 3 right here. That's a Louisiana sweet orange, an improved Meyer lemon, and over there is another Louisiana sweet orange. These 2 over here, these are also lemon trees. I just haven't worked on those yet. A little at a time, you guys. I will get it done. All right, y'all.